So this is a trigger point rolling tutorial for the upper shoulder here, the mid-scapular area, and the rotator cuff traps. Okay. Rotator cuff and traps. So these are my two favorite balls. For this one, if you're working on a wall, I prefer a lacrosse ball because it's sticky. The other option is a T-ball. I think these are fantastic because they're not hard like a baseball. They are compressive, but they really can get in quite well, and it's not as hard as the lacrosse ball. But for our purposes today, I'm going to use the lacrosse ball because it's sticky, like I said. So for the upper traps and rotator cuff up here, we're going to find the bony joint right up here. That's called your AC joint, your acromioclavicular joint. And we're going to put the ball, we're going to feel for the joint, and then we're going to come up the back towards the neck, and you'll feel for that muscle, right? It's you can feel it between these two bones right there. So that's where we're going to start with the ball, and we're going to stand and we're going to wedge the ball into the wall right there. And so for this, we just want to, you can hold the ball, but we just want to open our chest up and close it down, and rotate, opening and closing. And with this, you can step farther away from the wall if you want more pressure, but we're just going to keep the ball right on that big muscle right there. You can loop your hand in there, you can hold it down here, whatever's comfortable. I kind of like it there because it's hanging and it's stretching the shoulder a little bit, but you're also able to get a really good compression of the muscle. And you don't have to make these big motions, like you don't have to come all the way open and closed for this. You can really just sit and put pressure on an area until it feels like there's some good muscle tenderness, and then we just want to compress it until it starts to subside, or about 30 seconds. That's usually the magic number. And then you can bring the ball a little bit farther back or forward, and just find those really tight spots. And we want to make sure that it's not hitting a nerve. If we hit any nervy spots, it's usually going to feel like electricity, and it's going to give us a good zap, and we just don't hit that spot anymore. Okay, so from here you can hold it and you can go down the scapula, the shoulder blade, in between the shoulder blade and the spine. And I know that a lot of people have some really tight muscles right there, so we're going to open it up and we're going to lean against the wall. For this, if you want, you can put your arm down to stabilize yourself, but you just really want to keep on finding those sensitive areas and sitting on them for about 30 seconds or until it subsides, and then you just keep on going down the side of that scapula, between the scapula and the spine. And so that area is going to be from here, you feel the top of the shoulder blade and you feel where it curves, so it's going to come all the way down to the bottom of the shoulder blade up here. So you want to find the spine and the shoulder blade, and we're going to execute that right in the middle here.